Let's get started. And on this step or on this presentation, I'm going to show you how we can create gutters. And since we had created the holders or the gutter holders in place, so it's very easy thing to do. We are going just go straight away to start creating the gutters and placing the gutters on top of there. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going straight to our tool here, click on the flashing, and I'm going to use these points here along the extended lines here, just to snap on the edge here, and to create flashing. So let me snap there and move all the way to that end there, and just mouse over, place my cursor right there, and make sure it is straight, because we don't want to create something that is diagonal. And let me just right click, and we have our flashing in place. So we want to use the flashing to create the gutter, just to increase the thickness and define the profile in the shape of a gutter. So this is how it looks on a default status, or at default. So I'm going to double click on it. So then when I double click on it, this flashing dialog box will come up, and I'll be able to load in my settings here. I'll click on that and load. So these are the settings I've used. So I'm going to click apply and give it an OK. So I have the first one in place. So I'm going to have the second one and put them together and weld them or join them together. So I'm going to come back here and just mouse over on the same spot. Just place your cursor on top there, then move your cursor out and target the far end of the same member. We want to put them together. So I'll zoom close and snap right on that section there. I'll snap on that spot. So I'll right click once again. So I have that in place. Just right click to interrupt and to come out of that command. So I have this member in place, a default one. So I'll just double click on it as I head down with the other one. And let me just left click and hold and drag that like that, and come here and load the second one, the second gutter, and click load. And these are my settings, and go ahead and click apply and give it an OK. So I have these in place. So I have just to rotate this to take that shape. So another way, I can even try to pick my first point from that end to this end, instead of doing the mirroring. That will take some time. You don't want to wait so much time as you had done on the presentation that followed this, because of much details we have on this model, because that makes the model or the project lag. So you see the response somehow tend to be slow. So let me just zoom closer and snap right here. Let me just place my cursor right there. So I think we have created that member right there. Let me right click and right click once again. So if I right click once again and right click once again and come out of that command, I'll double click on this. So the moment I double click on this, I'll be able to just left click and hold and drag this aside and be able to load these settings here, and come and click apply, and we have this member in place. We have our gutter in place. So I'll select everything. Or come to edit here. So under edit, I'll be able to come to union, and part union. I want this and this to be joined together. So do you want to delete the cutting object? Yes. So we'll have this as a solid, or as a single member, or as a gutter in place already created. So I'll just pick this physically like that, right click and come to special copy. And remember, we can also double click on it just to change the thickness of this particular gutter. So as it was 0.6 millimeter. We can change this to probably 6 or 3 millimeter right there, and click apply and give it an OK right there. And Once you've done so, I'll right click and come to special copy, or just come to copy and zoom closer, and I'll snap at the bottom end there. I'll snap on the bottom end there and zoom out, and I'm targeting where the gutter holder is. So I want to just go straight and place it on top there. So let me just zoom closer. I zoom closer and place it right at a corner here. So I'll place it somewhere here. Let me just mouse over on that corner here. Let me just place it right at the center, or just at the, I'm trying to mark these corners right there. So let me just give some time to copy that. And there we are. And I can go ahead, right click, and come out of that command, and I'll select on it once again, and I want to slightly move it up slightly. I'll pick on move special, and I'll reset everything here, and the Z axis I can just uplift it up by a 5mm upward. So if I click close, that will be okay. I can as well extend it, because there will be flow of water. There will be flow of water up to this far end here. So I'll be able to, I can extend it further. So I can extend it, but it doesn't matter. Just let me just go ahead and join them. So the next thing I'm going to do is very easy. I'm going to right click and come here and hide this. So once I've hidden this, I'm going to select the base plates and the bolts. So I'm not able to see the other bolts there. I'll right click once again and select the bolts there. Select the plate, and I want to select everything so that I'll be pretty sure that everything has been selected. So let me just turn it around like that, and I want to copy this. I want to copy all these, the gutter holder. So I'll right click and come to special copy here and pick on linear. So I'm going to snap at the edge here, just to define the distance, center to center distances that I intend to copy that. So I'll snap on that spot. So if I snap on that spot, you'll be able to see it is a 6-meter interval. So let's just count physically. I had already created one, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we can just key in 10 here. We'll just click until we reach 10. So once I've done so, I'm going to click copy. So I'll just give some time to copy everything on the other end, and we have that in place. So we have already that defined in that location. So it will be very simple to copy this. So the same thing here, I'm going to just select on this, right click and come to special copy and pick on linear. So once I'm in linear here, I'm going to start copying this from this end. Just snap at the bottom end here. Just mouse over the bottom end here. Just give it some time to snap, and I want to place it right there. That will define 6 meters. So what it is 6 meters, and we have one in place. So we'll need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10. So we'll key in 10 here, same. Just click up to 10 right there, and we'll click copy. So let's see if they will be copied as we expect that to be done. So let's just give some time and see how things will be arranged here. So it has been arranged like that. So if we zoom out like that and bring this close, and I click on that and rotate, we'll be able to see that we have our gutters in place and properly fixed. But we've not created the bolts. The bolting will be done later on, where we will be able to create a bolt that will be passing through the supporting frame and the gutter itself. So let me just turn that round, and it's turning in the opposite direction, so that should not worry you. I think the key part I've just shown you how it's done. So we've keyed in excess, so we will have to get rid of one here. So I'll select the last one here and delete. So that's how we have created the gutter. So let me just select on that. Let me just select on that once again. So we'll rectify that later on. So let me just come here and show you see how that has been arranged. So let me just turn that around. You can see we have the gutters in place. So let's meet then, and we'll just on the next presentation, or we can just mirror this on the other end. But to cut down on time, just that is how we can create gutters in COMOSYS, and there are other many ways we can create gutters in COMOSYS. So thank you, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and let's meet then on the next presentation. And bye bye.